Climate in 2 minutes.
We often hear about the direct effects of climate change, like droughts and intensifying of typhoons. But did you know that these changes set off a chain reaction of indirect effects that pose significant threats to our communities?
The first thing that we need to understand is climate change is such a complex process. It's not linear. The impacts of climate change, they're multi-hazard. They're often occurring simultaneously. The risks are interacting. They are cascading beyond your area, going to all sectors, and then even regions.
Napapansin namin pag kami ay nagpupunta sa mga field, pag taga-raw makikita mo super dry ang mga mossy forest natin. Nagiging crunchy yung mga dahon na supposedly hindi naman dapat yun. Mga masa-masa lang yan kasi nasa matataas na bahagi na siya.
So the impact on this environment affects the human system. So because of that high temperature, usually it affects human health.
Napaka-apektado ang mga kabataan kasi as we all know, panganib din sa kanilang kalusugan kasi bahagi din sila ng mga lugar na kung saan ay lubog no, sa mga tubig kaya nakakaranas sa matinding init din. Prone sila sa pagkakaroon ng sakit.
It also affects the economy, usually loss of livelihood. Or if you have less and less of the raw material because of the destroyed habitat, there is volatility in prices and the manufacturing or production. It has an impact in terms of food security, water stress, and of course, safety when there are landslides. When you look at all of this, the human system, the economic system are dependent on the natural system and climate change. You need to maintain the integrity of nature in terms of structure because the integrity of structure will lead to the integrity of its function.
Now then, this leads to the question of how do we build the resilience of our planet to mitigate and adapt to these indirect impacts of climate change?
You have to consider all systems, think about equity. So for this to happen, we need to involve everyone.
Ma-overcome lang natin kung may isang layunin lahat ng mga organizations, yung community, and even sa government. Lahat ng department dapat nakapokus lang. Hindi yung kung ano yung mandato mo doon ka lang.
Kung nandun yung pagkaisa sa barangay at iba pang ahensya na nakasangay ng pamahalan, dapat tungkol sa komunidad, may ensure yung tamang information dissemination.
Siguro po para sa akin, simpleng pagtatanim ng mga halaman para makatulong din sa environment. I-share po yung kaalaman kung ano po yung ito at para po aware din po yung iba at makatulong po sa kanila sa pang-araw-araw na pamumuhay para po may magawa sila sa pagdating ng tamang panahon.
We need to emphasize the urgency of the action needed. That the action needed is now, not later on.
As we wrap up this episode of Climate in 2 minutes, remember that the indirect impacts of climate change are complex, but they are solutions within our reach. By keeping informed and taking action, each one of us plays a vital role in building a resilient and sustainable future.